Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
On play action, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the night's opening drive.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
You've got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position. He's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side of their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Etienne once more.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Dancing to it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Now Lawrence.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Etienne bringing in another one.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop it short at the 14.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence.
And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Play fake. Cousins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And got his man complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Akers is in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Joseph connects on the extra point,
and it's now a 7-0 game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
And ETN going to have a Jags first down as the tackle made up at the 27. Another toe for ETN.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
ETN up the middle.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Lawrence.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Red on the red. Great job.
straight ahead, ETN.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Easy. Big 13 heavy. Here we go.
Here's a give to ETN.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Now Lawrence.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
On their side of midfield at the 47.
They'll look to ETN to start things out.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. And they'll go again with ETN.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 44.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On play action, Lawrence
steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
A handoff for ETN.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
ETN with it. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this 1st half.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they were trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So, Charles, they get to them with their 1st turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade and Lurikin.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. They'll find Farrell open left side. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. They go play action now. Lawrence
escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And his throw here's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
So Lawrence will exit, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Jaguar field goal.
And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 4-point game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Throwing is Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Flushed out right. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
ETN will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Cousins.
Throw left side, and Osborne has it. Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, Vikings.
KJ Osborne, 81 yards. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Joseph on for the extra point. And it's now 14-11. They lead it by 3.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
Oh, good return up past the 30. Jamal Agnew. And he will score. Touchdown.
Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here.
They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And the third interception thrown by Cousins.
Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that'll push the lead up to 8.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And quickly, they get to the line.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now Etienne.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 29.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run with Etienne.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Lawrence. This ball caught by Strange.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Lawrence will throw.
Rolling to his right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's a give to Madison running right.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
And they're going to speed things up here. On play action, Cousins. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
Flush to his right.
And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield.
And out across midfield down to the 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Play action. It's Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Now Lawrence on first down.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram.
Here we go.
This 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence to throw.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now Lawrence.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Here's Lawrence.
Caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Braden Strange.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jags are able to extend their lead. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rally.
Exactly, and getting back there, making the tackle, and not giving up 2 points themselves.
No longer now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
74 yards.
And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge and fire out.
I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started. They need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. They go play action. Cousins.
This one caught by Osborne, right side.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down throw for Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here. 2nd and 10. They'll run a draw now with Akers.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Rolling to his left.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Fourth down, Cousins.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Looking left side, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll pitch it out to Madison, and he is going to lose yardage here. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun, here's Cousins.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Cousins to throw it. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
K.J. Osborne.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And ETN going to have a Jags first down as the tackle made right at the 30-yard line.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And now they're in the hurry-up.
On play action, Lawrence
escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 42.
On third down, here's Bigsby.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Being chased out left.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up to the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
On second down, a run with ETN. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
On first down, right back to ETN.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Flushed out right.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
On third down, here's ETN.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
114 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
Buying time to his left. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Here's ETN.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Flush to his right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
They'll run. It's ETN.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Once more, ETN. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
It's Devin Lloyd with a pick.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Luke Farrell.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because...
Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson
With his second touchdown of the night.
And the Vikings get a bit closer.
He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
But to throw again is Lawrence.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Back to throw, Lawrence.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
ETN up the middle.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Cousins.
Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Here's Cousins. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
This is caught by Addison.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
Maybe a free play here. Cousins.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Here's 1st down.
Cousins to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Jags have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time in the...
That's caught at the 25. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Let's go.
Lawrence.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And oh, it's wide right. No good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety.
And that final kickoff